guys, I hope this is light enough. I'm sitting here under a tree and I'm waiting for my mom. And it gives me a lot of time to think about my life and things that are going well, things that I'd like to change, things that are not going so well. And I often carry a notebook with me, and I jot down notes and thoughts as things pop into my head. And then sometimes I forget about it for a while, and then I come back to it, and it's like, oh yeah, does this still work or doesn't it work? So as you can see, it's raining. I don't know if you can hear that. I love the sound of rain. I actually love rainy days every once in a while. Not weeks and weeks on end, but I really do enjoy the rain. And here where I live, the weather's been very pleasant, high 70s, 80s for the most part. The last couple of days have been a little cooler with a nice breeze and rain. So I haven't been having to water my garden, which is really a plus for me because plants seem to do so much better when it's rain because it has a lot of nitrogen in it. So anyway, I'm just looking at myself. This is not a very flattering position. I look very large. But anyway, so I've been looking over my notes, and I make notes about things that are working in my life, things that aren't working, and those things are things that I need to work on. And then I like to make a plan. Sometimes I make a little flow chart of something that isn't working, and I write down the steps that I need to take in order to facilitate change. So that's worked for me my whole adult life. I don't remember what I did as a kid. I guess I just did what kids do. They're very spontaneous. And I am actually too. I'm not a big in-the-box planning kind of person. I'm very flexible, and when things no longer work for me, then I let it go. So that's sort of how I roll, and it keeps me happy and content. So looking over my list of things that don't work in my life or don't always work in my life, most of it for me is financial related because I don't have a huge income, and sometimes things happen that I have to spend money that I don't want to spend. I plan ahead with that as much as I can, but when you're on a fixed lower income, that doesn't always come out the way you want it to come out. So anyway, it's kind of led me to a place here. I started out this year on a very good note, but things have gotten out of hand, and some of it is because of obligations that I really don't have a whole lot of control over. I've said this before, I'm a reformed shopaholic. So for me, the only thing that really works for me is if I stay out of the stores. And I was doing that for several months, and it was working great. I was sort of getting ahead a little financially. I had some money in the bank. But that has changed dramatically lately. And the couple things that have changed that, I don't live alone anymore right now. I mean, it's probably a temporary position. But as you all know, my grandson is living with me, and I'm just delighted about that. But he eats totally different things than what I eat. So it's been difficult as far as the grocery budget goes because I have one extra person living with me. So I have had to make adjustments on that. And it also requires me to go to the store more often because he eats meats and things that don't have as long a shelf life as the things that I eat. And yes, I do freeze what I get for him, but you know, you still use it up. So that is one factor. And the next factor is my mom's health has not been good, and she doesn't get around as well as she used to. She's 91. I've talked about her before, and I thank God I still have her. There aren't too many people that are approaching 70 that still have a parent living, so I feel very fortunate with that. But she does not drive right now. I don't know if she'll ever be able to drive again. It depends. She's a very strong woman, so the potential is there that she might. But at this point, she's pretty much relying on me for almost everything that she needs. So because of that, I have to go into the store several times a week because she also does not eat like I eat. And then, of course, once I'm in the store, it's like, well, I need this, which I wouldn't have gotten until later on. But I figure since I'm in the store, I might as well pick it up. So that has caused me to spend way more money than what I want to spend. So I'm at a point now where I really, really have to look at my finances again and get back on not going into the store. You know, once something is gone, you're going to have to wait until I go to the store again. I don't know if I'll be able to return to once a month shopping, which was working great for me. I may have to change that to shopping every 2 weeks and just having everybody write down a list of what they want and just going that route. So I want to give that a try so that I can get back into the frugal mode that I've been slipping out of gradually because of circumstances that I can't have a lot of control over. I can control a lot of it, but I don't have 100% control because I have other people, adults, relying on me. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. So that's one of the things that I need to work on in my life. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do with that. Now, I had talked about in some of my previous videos about aging and needing help and what you can and can't do. So for me, I find because my house is actually too big for me now, even with my grandson living with me. I could have a smaller house, but I don't really want to move at this point. I might at some point in the future, but I really need to downsize the things that I have, and I work on that periodically, but it's a very slow, painful process because I can't do it like I used to do it when I was younger. I would be done and over with it already, but because I have to pace myself now, because of my arthritis and my fibro and yada yada, so it's sometimes very frustrating to get it done because it just, when you're sort of in a position where you still want to do everything yourself. I don't like to bother my children. They have very busy lives, all three of them, and they would definitely be there if I asked them. But the independent part of me isn't ready to let go of that. So I have to do it my way, and whatever time it takes, that's what time it takes. So I'll finish this video later. I have to go pick up my mom. She's done with her treatment, and we'll talk some more. So I'm home now, and I have some work to do on my couple problems. But it's not that big a deal. It's things I've dealt with off and on over the years. And I'm sure a lot of you have that issue that things pop up, they go away, they pop up, they go away. So I'm going to start again with my decluttering. And I'll tell you, that is something that actually also helps me with the shopping. When I start seeing all the things I have that I don't need or can't use, it really puts me in that mode of stay out of the stores, you don't need anything. And so the two go well together, actually. So how about you guys? What are some of the problems that keep popping up in your life? How do you handle it? And, you know, we can all use some advice, but those are the two things that for me pop up now and then. So anyway, I don't really have much else to talk about. I hope you guys are all doing well. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.